Ah, the sun's scorching today. I thought all these trees would, shade me from the sun. I can literally feel my skin burning. And it's turning red. Does anyone hear a doctor?
Yeah, can someone send Justin some sunscreen? And tell him to roll those sleeves down. Covering up is key to preventing sunburn. Welcome back to Survivor's Quest. 3 contestants, 3 extreme locations, 1 goal: survive. Today, our contestants face some of the most common yet challenging health risks of the outdoors. We're going to learn lots of tips today about treating common illnesses and injuries. But remember, when it comes to first aid, never do something you aren't 100% confident in. This episode isn't a substitute for a licensed first aid course. And while we can learn some basics to keep yourself safe and healthy outdoors, when something goes wrong, remember to always reach out to a trusted adult. But survival isn't just about treating these ailments. In the wild, surviving starts with being prepared and knowing how to prevent illnesses and injuries. Without any doctors out there, how will our contestants stay healthy in the great outdoors? We'll find out after this quick break. Hey Survival Squad! It's Caroline here with some tips for staying safe in the sun. When choosing a sunscreen, remember to check the SPF, or sun protection factor. It's a measure of how well sunscreen protects from the sun's harmful UV rays. The higher the SPF, the more protected your skin will be. The sun emits 2 different kinds of UV rays that harm our skin: UVA and UVB. Sunscreens labeled broad spectrum protect against both of them. So, I've got 2 sunscreens here. This one's SPF 20 and protects against UVB rays. And this one's broad spectrum SPF 50 plus. Which one would you choose? The broad spectrum SPF 50 plus is definitely the better choice. Stay sun safe, Survival Squad. See you soon with some more tips and reviews.
The sunscreen's great, much better. But earlier I was so worried about the sunburn that I wasn't paying attention to where I was going, and I tripped over some tree roots, and now my ankle's hurting, and I scraped my knee. Can I get some help here?
Looks like Justin's overcome 1 common ailment of the wild, but now he faces 2 more. What could Justin have done differently to prevent his ankle injury and knee scrape? Being aware of your surroundings is key. Keeping an eye on the path ahead is the best way to prevent trips and falls. But mistakes can happen, and Justin's already shown us the first thing to do if we get hurt outdoors. Call for help. When we say call for help, it doesn't just mean shouting out loud like Justin did, though that might be necessary sometimes. If you're with others, quickly find someone in your group who can help. If you have a cell phone and it's in range, use it to call emergency services first, then a trusted adult. If you're alone and don't have a phone, or there's no signal, try to move to a place where you're more likely to encounter other people, like a trailhead or camping area. And remember, 3 loud blasts on a whistle is an internationally recognized signal for help.
While I wait for the medical team, I can start treating this injury and scrape using my first aid kit. Let's see what's in here. A thermometer, gauze, medical tape, an elastic bandage, a cold pack, antibiotic ointment, antibacterial soap, sunscreen, and gloves. Ooh, that's a lot. Which items might help me treat my knee scrape? I know I can be clumsy, so before I came on this show, I took a first aid course and I learned about how to treat cuts and scrapes. Since I'm treating my own cut, it's not as important to put on gloves, but it's the first step you should take when treating other people's cuts or scrapes. It's very important to make sure you don't touch someone else's blood to avoid spreading illnesses. The next important step will be cleaning the area with antibacterial soap, making sure all the icky dirt and germs are gone. Next, antibiotic ointment will help prevent infection and heal the wound faster. Finally, covering the area with gauze and securing it with some medical tape will keep it protected.
Justin's doing a fantastic job treating his scrape. He'll need to change that gauze often and continuously check the area for signs of infection, like redness or swelling. In the meantime, he better take care of that ankle injury.
Good thing I've read about the RICE method. RICE stands for rest, ice, compression, and elevation. I've got to rest my ankle to give it a break. No more hiking for me until it feels better. While resting, ice will help reduce the swelling and pain. I can use the cold pack from my first aid kit. Then we have compression. I'll wrap my ankle with that elastic bandage for support, but not too tight. Last is elevation. Keeping my ankle up high helps decrease swelling.
With the RICE method, Justin's ankle should be feeling better in no time. And it sounds like our medical team is arriving now to take a look. Let's check in with our other contestants.
It's always cold up here, but today feels extra cold. The extreme temperatures and dangerous wind chill bring two big health risks: hypothermia and frostbite. Hypothermia happens when your body temperature drops dangerously low, and frostbite happens when your skin gets so cold it freezes. But since I'm wearing lots of layers and materials that keep me warm and dry, I'm already preventing these ailments. I'm also staying as active as possible, continuously moving to keep my body warm. Most importantly, I'm watching out for the warning signs. If I start feeling symptoms of hypothermia, like shivering and sleepiness, or signs of frostbite, like numbness or my skin changing colors, I'll know it's time to call for help. If I do notice symptoms, I know from my research that it's important to get indoors as quickly as possible, warm my body slowly, drink warm fluids, and call for help if needed.
Jenna's definitely done her research. It's important to know what health risks you might encounter and how to treat them before heading outdoors. Now, let's head into the desert to see what Caroline's up to. It's blazing hot out here, and that means sunburn and dehydration are major risks. But don't worry, I've got plenty of knowledge about how to stay safe in the heat. Even though it's super hot out here, do you remember why I should be wearing a long sleeve shirt? To stay safe from the sun. Okay, so I'm not wearing a long sleeve shirt, but I am applying my broad spectrum SPF 50 sunscreen every 2 hours to be extra safe. I'm also staying aware of the symptoms of sunburn. Red skin's a common one, but did you know that suddenly feeling cold is also a symptom? If I do happen to get a sunburn, I'll need to get out of the sun immediately. Then I'll apply a cool, damp cloth to the burned area. I've also brought this aloe vera lotion in my pack just in case. Aloe vera is a natural sunburn remedy. It cools the skin and reduces burning, itching, and swelling. Staying hydrated is also essential. Our bodies need extra fluids to heal sunburned skin. And since dehydration's another major risk here, I'm already drinking lots of water. Dehydration happens when our bodies lose more water than we take in. When we sweat, our bodies need water to replace those fluids. Even though I'm staying hydrated, I'm watching for symptoms of dehydration, like headaches, dry mouth or skin, and increased thirst. If I do notice these signs, I'll seek shelter immediately, call for help, and get some rest while drinking plenty of water and electrolytes. Although our contestants are in very different environments, they've all demonstrated two important strategies for staying safe outdoors. What common strategies did you notice? Staying healthy in the wild starts with researching before heading outside. Learning about common health risks of the environment, how to prevent them, and how to treat them will help you be more prepared for any challenge that comes your way. Also, all three contestants showed another crucial skill today: knowing when and how to call for help. If you don't have the items or skills to treat your injury or illness, it's important to contact someone who can. In their battle against the elements, our contestants have shown that being prepared is half the battle. Because in the wild, survival is just the beginning. See you next time on Survivor's Quest.
Hey.